I'm Ayushma. I am a senior and I registered for the course because I think I really enjoy playing games myself, so wanted to sort of look at the other lens of like being able to design them. And my friends were also like, we've been playing the same games for too long, make your own going games. So our game initially was just going to be a collaborative city builder game, but through playtesting we realized that people like competition. Our game Zombie is like city versus zombies, humans versus zombies, where it's like a race to 50 of the population where zombies are sabotaging and the humans are just building up the city and building up the resources, getting food, and so on to get their population back up to 50.
I'm Rick Freedman. I am a researcher at Smart Information Flow Technologies. I am also an instructor at a variety of places. In particular, here this semester I'm at Tufts as a visiting lecturer. I'm essentially a researcher, educator, and an artist. Game design is kind of my strongest art point at what I work on, which is why it's great that I'm also here this semester getting to teach the ex-college course, What Goes into Game Design, a Toolbox of Techniques. From that perspective of what goes into creating a course when you're a visiting lecturer, I think one thing that's helped a lot is that this course has been taught at other universities already. And I think it's a really important experience to bring to a lot of students because game design is something that's not really often brought up. It is an art form and it's a lot of things that people can do, and a lot of people enjoy games, but a lot of them don't know what goes into making a game. They just kind of throw stuff together and hope it makes a thing, and they slowly learn. In fact, that's how I learned, was by doing it the hard way, just trying over and over and again.
We playtested quite a bit within the team to sort of understand from the player lens how it works. When we switched from a collaborative game of just like city building to like a game of like zombie versus humans, we had an imbalance at first, and we had to do a lot of playtesting to figure out what were the mechanics that balanced the game for both ends, and was mostly more reliant on strategy than just our gameplay or mechanic being like unbalanced to favor one side.
And so there was a lot of inventing what are new challenges we can inspect and what are new things we can design. And it allowed me to actually explore a lot more depth because there's a lot of cool side avenues and a lot of more complex topics we never could cover in an intro class before when we do a lot of the workshopping things. And I got to find ways to challenge myself to bring it to a simpler level and really throw it to students where they can be a little more analytical as well. Not just make stuff creatively and hope it works, but also be able to understand what am I making, but is what I'm making make sense? How does that all work, and what are the elements that go into it? This year we had a bunch of engineering majors, while when I taught before we've had a lot of art students, philosophers, and anthropologists, and those two groups of people have very different mindsets, different things they're used to, and luckily as a computer scientist I can relate to quite a variety of them. I also work with a lot of psychologists and other people, and that interdisciplinariness really applies here, where we can talk to other people and find out what works for them and what doesn't, and adjust it along the way.
So my major is like pretty technical, where like there's some XYZ and you do like ABC, right? This is an art class, so there was this like different perspective of like your own growth and like your creativity being involved. So I feel like this just has made me enhance my creativity, and also I feel like teamwork, since we collaborated, my team was a group of 5. I feel like I learned a lot about teamwork because of this project.
That falls on me as the instructor now to figure out how I can take actions to help these students to try to keep them all in line with each other so they can all still work together and do teamwork and figure out things and help each other learn and progress and grow as designers. What I hope students can take away from this experience really is a lot of things. The biggest one though is that you can really become anything with the amount of effort and practice you're willing to put into it. And I think it's a big one because again, game design is not something that's commonly taught elsewhere. And I think that really meant a lot to realize that you don't have to sit there and just sit there with the books and get a diploma to prove that you can do a thing. Hopefully this one class has shown these students by how much they have grown over the semester, realize that they're making professional games now in a room, showing them off to other people, that they are game designers themselves. No official degree, no official like anything, just you put in the time and the effort and you practice and you learn and you can develop and become these things if you're willing to put the mindset into it.